So I like to do groundwork with the youngsters before I get on, and that doesn't always mean lunging just to get all of the energy out of them. So I'm going to start by just lunging pinnacle here, my younger warm blood. And again, the goal here is not to tire out the horse, but rather to get her brain in gear for work. I like to do, even at the walk, anything that'll get her thinking. So this is what I call lunging for respect. Oh, I'm going to ask that horse to stop and face me, point, switch directions, and send her off. And you'll notice that I'm not going to ever back away from her. That is a common mistake people make when they are lunging, is they're always backing away from their horse. Now, if you think about it, in a herd-like situation, they push each other around, right? So the leader is the one that can move the feet of the other. I like to do an exercise where I make sure that the horse stays behind my shoulder when I'm leading it. So what I mean by that is, see how she is stopped where her nose is at my shoulder? If I were back here and she were to spook, I'm going to get taken out by this big shoulder here. So what I like to do instead is make sure when I'm leading her, she is going to stay behind that shoulder. Oh. Now, if she was the type that was to pass me, I would simply correct that by getting in front of her and asking her to move back out of my space. Back, back, back. Good. So again, ask, tell, command is the way I do things. So meaning I'm going to ask her to move out of my space by using my hand. Back. If this is not working, I'm going to go back, back and forth. And then I'm slowly going to get bigger. Back. And then as soon as she takes 2-3 steps back, I stop. I take the pressure away. Now, I just have something attached under here, so it's a light pole. I'm going to back out of her space. Remember, horses have a blind spot directly in front of them. Their eyes are on either side. So, buffering, please hold. When we stand in front of them, she can't see me under here. So we want to give them enough space to react, enough time to react. So what I'm going to do is, again, I like my horses to respond before I'm close enough that I can touch them, because if I can touch you, if you spook, you're running me over. I don't have any time to react. So what I like to do is say, for instance, I'm going to ask her with my hand, back, 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 and I got a step or two, so I took the pressure away. So I asked with my hand first, and she didn't move right away, so I went right to the back and forth. Not a hard yanking feeling. I don't need to get after her in that way. However, your threshold is what your horse is going to follow. So you want to be consistent. So if I want my horse to respond quicker, I have to respond quicker as well. I have to ask my horse with a little bit of eye contact. If you think about it, these are prey animals. When they make eye contact with you, typically out in the wild, if a lion's going after a zebra, as soon as there's eye contact, that zebra's out there. They're hightailing it out of there. So you'll notice when I face her, see how she's got a little more attention on me, versus when I face away, she starts to drift. See her head turn and her ears turn? That's taking the pressure away just simply by turning my body away from her. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that this horse is responding to me. And if they're not responding, check your body language. For instance, I'm going to ask her to back again using my finger, but I'm going to use more force with my body and my eyes. See if she responds quicker. Back, back, back. Good. See, I didn't even have to jiggle the rope that time. Now, let me show you what I mean versus that gentle response. If I come in, back, back, back. Not really a response, right? So, back, back, back. Good. And I'll take that pressure off. Now, notice she's not approaching my space unless I give her permission to. Good girl. Now we're ready to ride.